أهلا بكم أصدقائي طلاب الصف الثالث الإعدادي لغات. بنكمل مع بعض دراسة منهجنا إنجلش وورلد 9، والنهاردة هنبدأ مع بعض دراسة يونت 4 عنوانها It's a fact. نبدأ بقراءة الكلمات الأول. Advocate. Advocate يعني يساند أو يدافع. To support an idea. Well-being. Well-being يعني صحيح البدن. The state of feeling healthy and happy. state يذكر أو يوضح. to say something clearly and carefully. faint-hearted. faint-hearted يعني قلب ضعيف، أو هنا معناها خائف أو جبان. feeling or showing a lack of courage نقص الشجاعة. set up يعني يبني أو يشيد. to establish something. procedure يعني إجراء. a set of actions of doing something. procedure. refinement يعني تحسين. a small change that improves something. species يعني أنواع أو فصائل. a set of animals or plants of the same kind. species. issue يعني قضية. a subject or a problem which people are thinking and talking about. Purpose غرض. Why you do something or why something exists. Impression يعني انطباع. An idea or opinion of what something is like.
الكلمة دي فيها خطأ، هي refute بالتي مش بالإس، ومعناها يضحد.
To say or prove that a person, statement's opinion is wrong or false. Replacement استبدال. Is a process of replacing something with something else. Series مسلسل. A number of similar or related events or things, one following another. Series. Investigate يعني يتحقق أو يتحرى. To examine a problem. A statement carefully, especially to discover the truth. The outback يعني المناطق البعيدة في أستراليا. The areas of Australia that are far away from towns and cities, especially in the desert areas. To bully يعني يتنمر على. معناها to hurt or frighten someone who is smaller or less powerful than you. Wallaby ده نوع من الحيوانات. An animal found in Australia which is like a small kangaroo. Entertainment ترفيه أو تسلية. Shows, films, programs that make people feel happy or delighted. تمام. Zoologist يعني عالم حيوانات. A person who scientifically studies animals. Zoology يعني علم الحيوان. The scientific and study of animals, especially their structure. Opposed to يعني معارض لي. disagree with or be against. Support يعني يساند أو يؤيد. To give help or assistance. refute يعني يضحد. To prove wrong by argument or evidence. يضحد. skilled يعني ماهر أو ذو مهارة. having the ability or training to perform a certain activity or task. Attitude اتجاه أو نزعة. A feelings or opinion about something or someone. documentary فيلم وثائقي. a film that gives facts and information about the subject. Experiment, تجربة, a test done to learn something or to discover whether something works or is true. Force معناها يجبر أو يلزم, to make something happen or make someone do something without giving any choice. Exploitation اللي هو استغلال. When you use something well so that you get an advantage from it.
ivory
هو العاج. The hard yellowish white substance that forms the tusks of some animals such as elephants. يقولون المادة البيضاء المصفرة الصلبة اللي بتشكل تاسكس اللي هو الأنياب لبعض الحيوانات زي الأفيال. Mascara, a thick dark liquid makeup that is used to make eyelashes darker, thicker and longer. الماسكارا دي حاجة بتحط في الرموش كده للبنات. Phrases or phrasal verbs. Set out ده phrasal verb معناه يبدأ نشاط. Set out to start an activity with someone or something. To put words in their mouth. يحط الكلام في بقهم ده اللي هي معناها يلقن. To lead them to say what he wants to hear. Give a voice يعني له رأي. Say or express especially an opinion or feeling. Went over my head يعني شيء بيبقى فوق الراس شيء أو شيء صعب الفهم. Too difficult or strange to understand. Went over my head or go over my head. Does not hold water. Does not hold water. طب معناه ده طبعا expression المعنى بتاعه غير معقول. Does not seem to be reasonable or in accordance with the facts. عندنا بعض ال adjectives. Disturbing يعني مزعج. Make you feel worried or upset. Eminent يعني بارز أو محترم. Means famous or respected. Eminent. Informative يعني كثير المعلومات. Providing a lot of useful information. Crucial يعني هام أو ضروري. Very important or essential. Endangered في خطر. Animals or plants which may soon not exist because there are very few now alive. اللي هو معرض للانقراض يعني. Opposed يعني يتعارض أو مختلف تماما. Completely different. Skilled اللي هو ذو مهارة. Having the abilities needed to do an activity or job well. هنحل اللي تشوز ده في الهومورك. هنبدأ نقرأ الدرس بتاعنا. خلونا نسمع الريدنج بتاعه.
Unit 4, page 40. Reading. Here is a preview and a review of a documentary about using animals in science. Preview.
Sharing the Planet, Animals in Science. Science Channel, 9:30 p.m. Sharing the Planet is a 5-part documentary showing how humans relate to the rest of the animal kingdom on planet Earth. The series as a whole looks at the exploitation of animals and also the great lengths people go to protect endangered species. The programs are presented by Professor Stan Collins, who is a leading expert in the field of zoology. He has travelled the globe, investigating the different attitudes people have towards animals, from ivory hunters in Africa to projects which have been set up in the outback of Australia for the protection of kangaroos and wallabies. In this first episode, Animals in Science, he concentrates on the use of animals in scientific experiments. He interviews the scientists who are convinced that these experiments are necessary and of huge value to the well-being of humans. He also talks to those who are opposed to using animals in this way and will go to great lengths, even breaking the law, to prevent it. This program, which is a serious investigation into the issue, contains some disturbing images and is not for the faint-hearted.
Last night's TV.
Sharing the Planet. Animals in Science. Science Channel, 9:30 p.m. Animals in Science was the first of a 5-part documentary looking at the relationship between humans and animals. This first program was presented by the eminent zoologist Professor Stan Collins, who looked at the way animals are used in scientific experiments. The documentary sets out to give viewers information about how and why animals are used in this way by talking to the scientists involved, and also examining the views of individuals and organizations opposed to the experiments. Professor Collins was a skilled interviewer. When he spoke to people, he didn't bully them or try to put words in their mouth. I got the impression, however, that he was on the side of the scientists if their work was medical research, but he had little time for those using animals to find a longer-lasting lipstick or a super stay-on mascara. If the program had spent more time investigating the use of animals in non-medical experiments, it would have been more balanced, in my opinion. I have always been aware that using animals in scientific experiments went on, though I didn't really know anything about it. The program was very informative, explaining what actually happens and how it is regulated by law. I was interested to find out that scientists involved in this area follow the 3 R's code. This approach centers on replacement, replacing animal procedures with non-animal procedures wherever possible, reduction, minimizing the number of animals used, and refinement, improving the experiments so animals suffer as little as possible. The program did include some disturbing scenes of animals in high-tech labs, and I, for one, felt very uncomfortable, even though the scientists explained the crucial nature of the research for cancer and heart patients. Apparently, there are some experiments that cannot be done without animals. Despite it being obvious that the program makers wanted viewers to understand the need for animal testing, those opposed to it were given a voice. The main arguments were that animal testing can be misleading, as an animal's response to a drug can be different to a human's. The stress that animals endure in labs can affect experiments, making the results meaningless, and that animals have as much right to life as human beings. They also said that the argument that animal testing relieves human suffering does not hold water when animals are still being used to test items like cleaning products. Unfortunately, Professor Collins did not ask the scientists to comment on that one. The program ended with Professor Collins speaking straight to camera. He posed the question, if you or your loved ones could be saved from a life-threatening condition, would you refuse treatment if you knew that the drug or procedure was the result of animal experiments? That's a tricky one for most of us, but for those in the program who saw an animal's right to life as equal to a human's, I think I know what the answer would be. The program was very interesting. It was based on thorough research and up-to-the-minute information, and left viewers a lot to think about. As a non-scientist, I didn't feel that it went over my head, and I will certainly be watching the rest of the series.
تمام كده انتهى الدرس. هو طبعا بيتكلم عن الفيلم الوثائقي اللي شافه، واللي بيحكي عن استخدام الحيوانات في التجارب العلمية وفي المعامل. طبعا في وجهات نظر مختلفة، في مؤيد إن ده أوكي، دي حاجة مشروعة، وفي طبعا وجهات نظر تانية ضد الاستخدام ده للحيوانات، وإن هما لهم حق الحياة زيهم زي الهيومن بيينج أو البشر بالظبط يعني. تمام كده انتهى درسنا النهاردة. ممكن نحل الجزء ده في الهوم وورك لحد الجرامر، هناخده في السيشن القادمة. كان معكم مستر محمد سيف، أشوفكم فيديو قادم ودرس جديد إن شاء الله. سلام.